I would like to test your there, and theirs. Okay, so you have a sheet in front of you which has a fill in the gap activity to place the correct there, and there. There's some guidance on the board if you're unsure. I would like you please to fill in the correct there, or theirs. And for a challenge, I'd like you to use them in your own sentence about the book. Okay, you've got 1 minute. Off you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I want you all looking at the board, please, guys. Okay, so, hands if you can tell me. What is our first word? How do you spell it? Because obviously you don't just say that. Julian?
T-H-E-R-E.
Well done. Okay, so I always remember that there, it looks kind of like a signpost and it links to here, so it's a placement word. There was a school in Colchester called TLA where students spent... Anna-Ray?
There, T-H-E-R-I-R.
E-I-R. Okay, so I would remember here that the I looks like a person. It doesn't necessarily, but it links to a person. Okay, so where students spent their days working very hard to achieve. Harry.
There, T-H-E-I-R.
Achieve their best. Well done. It is said that. Macy.
T-H-E-Y.
Perfect. Good. So it is said that they are. Okay, so the apostrophe is to replace the A. So they are some of the best students in Essex because... Ellie.
T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E.
They're the hardest working students. Superb. Now what I'd like you to do is, obviously if you accidentally put the wrong one somewhere, I'd like you to replace it please. Ideally in green pen to make sure that it's obvious in your book that that's what you need to replace it for. Okay? Finley?
You know the bit where it said that they are?
Mm-hmm.
Would it count if you actually put they are instead of there?
Of course, absolutely it would. Well done. Tallulah?
Can you mark it with green pen lighting?
Please do. Please do. Make it nice and obvious in your book how well you did. Okay, did anyone manage to write their own sentence using there about the book? Isla?
I wrote their ball was lost in the tall grass.
Sorry?
Their ball was lost in the tall grass.
Good, and which one did you use?
Top one.
Top one, well done. Right, we're going to do a little bit of reading, so I'd like you to turn to page 13, please. And I'd like to learn a little bit more about Tomo and his father. So, we'll do the same as we did before with reading, which involves, I'll start, and at some point I might well ask one of you to continue. Now, if you read a little bit, or a lot, it's completely up to you, and then I'd like you to select someone to pass it on to, okay? At some point I might take over, okay, but we're only going to read 4 pages anyway. Whilst we're reading, I'd like you to think about Tomo's father, okay, because we're going to do a little bit more work on that. So, we're halfway down page 13, starting from at home we don't wear boots. At home we don't wear boots except for church. Mother does, of course, and Father always wore his great hobnail boots, the boots he died in. When the tree came down, was this: I've killed my own father. Okay, now what I'd like to do for the next minute, whilst I get someone to hand out some sheets, is I would like you to think about how does Tomo feel? Why does he feel that way? Okay, so those are the main questions, and I want you to discuss them with your partner. I don't just want he feels sad because his dad died. I want more. I want to learn more. I want you to investigate more about his character. How does he feel and why? Meanwhile, Stephen and Lily, I'd like to hand out resource 2, please, which should be a little bit of text. Okay? Thank you. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, that smells closed, and 1. Right, how does Tomo feel? Ooh, lots of hands. So let's see. Macy. Really nicely put. Okay, so I'm going to jot that up here. So he feels responsible. Why does he feel responsible, Macy?
Because he didn't listen to his father when he told him to run.
Good, excellent. He couldn't run when he was told to run. Okay. Does he need to feel responsible? Is it right that he feels responsible? Was it his fault? No, not really. It wasn't Tomo's fault that he was frozen, okay? Because when you're really, really, really scared, sometimes your body doesn't do what your head lets you, okay? It wants you to do, okay? So your mind might go run, 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 but if you're really, really scared, sometimes you can't do it, okay? Either.